Going?
Yeah.
Okay, now back to this one. X to the fourth plus 20x squared plus 100. We couldn't factor anything out, so we did x to the fourth is x squared times x squared. Now, what is the square root of 100?
50. Oh.
Square root is 10, right. Is 10 plus 10, 20?
Yeah.
Good, that'll be a perfect thing to use. 10 and 10. This was a positive, so the signs are the same. Is it going to be positive or negative? Here, positive. So you can just write it simply x squared plus 10 with a squared out here.
That was cool.
Is that cool? And you laughed when I said easy.
Well, I laughed because I thought it was funny because let's do some more easy ones.
Some more easy ones. No, let's do some easy ones. Okay, let's do one that's not as easy. Ooh, boo. Okay, here we have 4p squared minus 12pq plus 9q squared. Okay, is there a number or a letter that they all have in common? Okay, these have 4 but that don't. These have 2 but that doesn't. These two have 3 but that one doesn't. These have p but that one don't. There's nothing they all have in common. So we can't factor a number or a letter. So let's try factoring. Hopefully it's a perfect square. Okay, the square root of 4? 2. And we need the p. Okay, square root of 9? 3. And we need a q. We need to mind our p's and our q's. I'm glad somebody got that. Everybody got it. I'm glad somebody found humor in it. Okay. Okay, positive, and we need a negative 12. See, positive means they're the same sign. The negative 12 means that we need an answer of negative. So if we put negative here, we'll have negative 6. Negative here, we'll have another negative 6. That comes out, right? Because 2 and 3 make 6, and we doubled it, right? So we have 2p minus 3q, and that's squared. And that was cool. It just wasn't quite as easy. Okay, let's do one where we have to factor first, maybe. That would be better if we have one where we have to do more. How about this one? 12q squared minus 36q plus 27. What do they all have in common?
Q, numbers.
No, last one don't have a q. Numbers.
Nothing.
The 2 in the middle.
Yes, they all have numbers in common.
Nothing's in common.
These divide by 2.
Oh.
How about 3? 3, yes, 3, yes.
3 yes.
3, yes. They all divide by 3. So let's factor 3 out. The q we couldn't factor, so we didn't do a letter. Okay, our first term, 3 times what is 12?
4.
4, and
Q.
we need the q squared. And we need the minus now. 3 times what is 36? 12. And we need the q. And put our plus. 3 times what is 27?
9.
9. Okay. Does this look like it might be one of those perfect squares? We have a square root of 4, square root of 9. Square root of this is 2.
3.
This is 3. 2 and 3. Doubled is 12. Yeah, so it's going to be perfect.
Oh.
So we got 4q squared. What's our first term?
2.
2q. 2q times 2q. And 9, our last term will be 3, right? And we need the minus in there, so we end up with minus 6 and minus 6. Bless you.
No, I said bless you.
So that was even cooler. And now we can simplify it by writing the 3 and the 2q minus 3 squared, because there's 2 of those. It's so fun. You want to do another one where we factor out a number?
Oh.
Okay, 2x squared minus 40x plus 200. What do they have in common?
Because they divided by 2.
Divide by 2, so what do we have?
X squared.
X squared minus
20.
20x
20x plus 100.
plus 100. Square root of 100
10.
is 10. That's 1. So 10 times 1 is just 10. Is that double 10? Yeah, we got another perfect square. So x squared, x. Square root of 10, 100. Okay, square root of 100 is 10. I messed up there. And we need the minus, right? Minus 10x minus 10x. That gives us negative 20x. So we have the 2 in front. X minus 10 is squared. Everybody got that? Didn't go too fast? Okay. Okay, there's the next kind of problem is called difference of squares. What's the difference? Do you remember what sum is?
Subtract.
Yeah.
Differences.
Sum is adding, difference is subtracting, right? Okay. So what you're doing is you're doing the difference of squares. It's doing where one is positive and one is negative is what it's actually saying. They're not both negative. Difference sounds like subtracting. They're going to both be minus, but they're not. One's positive, one is negative. Okay, if you have, it usually shows difference of squares as a squared minus b squared. Okay, I'm going to just show you what it is right now, and then we'll do some of them. If you have one like this, the way to factor it would be a's, right, and then the b's last, and it's going to be a plus and a minus. Now when you FOIL it, see how a times a gives you a squared? Okay, the next one would be, let's go ahead and write it, a squared. The next would be minus ab. The next one would be plus ab. And then the last term times the last term is minus b squared. See how the two middle terms subtract and cancel out? Plus AB and minus AB.
Wait, how'd you get AB again? I'm sorry.
Okay, the first term is A times A. Then you do it times the last one, you have negative B times A.
Oh.
The middle term, positive A and B. And then the last term, last times last, negative B times positive B is negative B squared. Okay, these two terms here are opposites, so they cancel out. So you have A squared minus B squared. Remember, that's what we had to begin with. I told you it would factor out. So if you have a number that's a perfect square, like 4, 9, 100, 49, something you know is a perfect square,
Yeah.
and here's a perfect square, if there's a minus